This week on Cars and Things Restos, we get stuck into the instrument cluster.
Good morning guys, we're here at the Holden Bottom Wharf.
Welcome back to Cars and Things Restos. Well, it's as I said last week, it's time to get stuck into this wiring. Let's have a look. Right, here it is. I did give you a quick glimpse of it last week. So we've got the speed hut gauges here and the original dash frame here. So let's get stuck into it, see if I can screw it all together and make it fit. I do have to modify it a little bit by the looks of it. Because what is happening is this one here, sorry, need to look through the camera while I'm doing it. This one here won't line up because it's hitting there, and we need, I reckon we need these two screws that screws the fascia of the dash on, if I remember rightly. I think it's these two holes down here that I have to drill, screw in to them, so I need them. So what I'm going to do is I'll get it on the belt sander and I'll sand the corner off it, see if I can make that fit. See how I go. Alrighty, so I'll just give that a bit of a nip up on the belt sander, just ground the edge of it. Let's see if it fits now. That's much better. That's good. And we've got about 1 mil clearance there, and I can see them holes there, so that should be sweet. Now the next one is this one here. It seems to be a little bit fat at the top, so just going to measure, get me verniers. Okay, so what I want to do here, I want to measure how thick that is. So how thick that is. So it's about a bit over 1 mil thicker. Wondering if that's why it's not lining up. It's only a B stick out, so what I might do is I might get this on the belt sander here, take a little bit off of here, and that might allow it to sneak back down a bit. See how I go. Ah, stupid me guys. Here I am going away, battling away, grinding it down and mounting it up, and I didn't even film it. Sorry guys. So there we go, I just ground about 1.5 mil off of that there, and I took about 1 mil off these ones as well, and it fitted up okay. So they just needed a little bit of tweaking, that's all. That was pretty easily done. Just not sure if the original screws are going to work in this. I think they might be a bit short. So just go in. Just gets a bit of purchase on it, not a lot. They do screw in. There's the other ones. Just tight. Maybe I should have drilled that. Just want to screw in, that's alright. Just not sure about them. I might actually use a different headed screw, I think. Might put a black head in there. They're only getting like 2 threads in and tightening up. So, just my luck. They'll fall out when Dave's driving it and rattle. So let's put a different screw in there. Yeah, that one's going to work better. Yeah. Alrighty. So, won't bore you to death with this. I'll pull these gauges out. I'll show you how they mount first, and then I'll mount them all up. I'll fast forward it all so you can have a look. So, how they go together. We just push them in and line them up the right way up, not that way. And they've just got this bit here that goes over top of the wires, of course, and just screws on and screws up tight, holding the gauge into the back of the block there, and we just got to get it lined up. You want it dead flat. As you can see, this gauge is in kilometres an hour. He made sure he did that. Well, alright, so that's as easy as that. That's how it goes, only screws on tight. That's for our GPS, plugs under that for the speedo. Alright, let's put it in. Okay, let's put our gauges in, lock all them off. So GTS, first one we'll put in is a temp one, which is water. So temp, fuel, oil, and battery. That's how they go in the standard vehicle. So we'll just do the same. I think he wants it the same. I haven't asked him. That's what I was going to do. So it's all set up. Looks the same as a GTS dash. Alright, let's I'll get all these screwed in and I'll show you. Alrighty. Got to my first issue. So trying to put all these gauges in the right way, in the right spot, and as I showed you, they screw in from the back and they won't go. Cannot screw that down because it's hitting the top. I don't know whether I've got to grind all these little nubs off. I'll have to get Dave to contact the supplier, but it looks like it's definitely not going to go. I can't screw it on for sure. I've got the bottom one screwed in here, and when you go and put it in, it just butts up against it. Look, can't even push it back. So that's a fail. Alright, it's Mr. Big Dash Printerer. You need to sort that out for me because I cannot make those fit. I don't know how else I'm gonna do that. Well, let's put a spanner in the works, isn't it? Alright, we'll have to hold horses there and see what we can do. Alright, we're back at it. Had Dave come around and have a look. He tried to get hold of the guy, but we sort of conceded that no matter what we do here, we're not going to make him go, because the gauges are just way too close together to have these backing rings or locking rings fit in, as you can see, like that there. And then when you put the other gauge in, it hits down in here, so you can't bring the gauge back in true. So we haven't got any real answers from anybody about how they go together. So I've decided, along with Dave's input, is we've ground all the little tabs off, and we're going to try and lock the bottom ones. Let's see if will go in there together now. So as you can see, they fit. Now I've ground those off, so I'll be able to lock the bottom ones in. The top ones, let's get these bottom ones locked in and I'll show you what the top ones are doing. Okay, so let's grab our temperature gauge, slip him in here. So that fits in sweet there, but as you can see, right there, there's no clearance between the oil pressure gauge and the temp gauge to be able to put that locking ring, tighten that locking ring down in there, because it's just going to bind up. So what we've decided to do, we're going to glue these gauges in the right position. I'm going to use a clear silicone to glue them into place, and that'll hold them there, because they also, well, I just need them to stop, not swivel, because when this goes in, that there presses on the outside of that there, which will hold the gauge back in place as well. It's the only thing we can think of doing. It doesn't have any provision for any other clamp to go on it. The problem is the clearance down there. It's hitting just here. I don't know if you can see my finger. It's hitting just there. And if I try to elongate the holes, they won't line up with those holes, and it'll just be a disaster. So the other gauges I've seen that go in, they have a bracket that bolts onto the back, and it comes down as a clamp down there, but I've got no way of fixing it to it. Yeah, I really don't know how I'm going to do it. But the only way we could think of was gluing them into position. If we use a clear or we use a silicone based glue, then if the gauge ever fails, we can just, cut the silicone and it'll push out. I thought of using hot glue gun, then I thought no, hot day, you can get like 50-60 degrees in there, the glue will just melt, so I don't want to do that. And I could probably use a little bit of super glue just to mount them, so they don't move, just enough that if we're going to take the gauge out, we'll be able to break the glue, not the surround. Anyway, that's what we've decided to do, so Dave's all on board with it, so let's see if we can make it happen. They are done. So what I did is I actually have Rapid Set there, which is the type of super glue that I've used. And I put a dab in each corner. There's a bit of a cutout up the top here, so I put a dab in each corner just to mount the gauges in the right spot. So it was only just a little bit on each corner, and then I pushed it down into the slot, this clear silicone right down into the slot, and then so it's all around in the thread and everything. So I'll let that dry off overnight. So I pushed that all down in there, and then I've smoothed it all off, just so we've got a good adhesion there, so the gauges won't twist or vibrate around in there. Plus we'll have a bit of pressure from these here pushing on the other side of the gauge. So that's how we've made them fit. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's all good. So let's screw it all. I'll let that set and I'll screw it in all later, and we'll start wiring up. So also put the clock in, which is not straight, so I need to turn it a little bit. So as you can see in there how it mounts up against the back of it, that's it screwed in there. So I just need to centralise that, straighten that up, it'll look a bit better. See how we go. So as I said before, the dash pad's in at Jared's. He's ordering in some material. I have another one there that I'm going to put in it for now to dummy up all the dash fascia and everything, so I can put all that in. I've got to clean this and put this in. We're not going to run a heater box. What we're looking at, Dave's ordered a little fan. It's an 80 by 100 square fan that we're going to try and mount in here, a little electric one. So I can, I'm going to try and hook it to the original dash demister switch or the fan switch, and that way when he needs demister he can just turn it on. It's a little electric heater and fan, and it'll blow up onto the windscreen and demist the windscreen. That's the only heating he's going to have in the car, which that's all we need for a roadworthy. We need a demist. We need to be able to demist the windscreen. That is suffice. That will pass a roadworthy, and the rest of the vents will be just fresh air vents coming from outside. So I'll show you that when I go to put that in. All right, we'll keep knocking it out. Alrighty, there we are. They're all mounted. All our speed hut gauges are all mounted. Now I need to wire them up. And we've got a little patch harness here. This is our battery, or our power negative, and well, it's a power negative. I don't know what the white one's for. I'll need to look into that, but it's got 3 wires. I know red's positive, black's negative. Maybe the sender wire, or it might be illumination. Maybe that might be illumination. I'll look into it. Alright, so we'll start off with, I want all the gauges power to come, so I'm going to start from this side, and I'll go through and hook all these up and show you the finished product in a second. So these are all the patch harnesses which just patch all the gauges together. So we've got power, negative or ground, and lighting, and the other one is this one here which hooks in, which is a dimmer switch. There, I've got to put that somewhere in the dash so you can dim his lights in the dash as well. These here are for the gauges. Like that one there is the tacho. We run that out to the coil. The fuel level, that runs to the back, so I'll run that in the wiring harness when I run that. And this is for your temperature gauge. It says water, oil and trans. To me they're all temperatures, and I'm pretty sure if we turn this around, it says oil, it is oil temperature. It's not oil pressure. So, yeah, that's not what we want. I better tell Dave that. Lucky it's not one that's glued in, it's a bloody screwed in one. So that's oil temperature. We want oil pressure. Don't give a fuck how hot it gets, I just want to make sure it's got pressure. Alright, better tell him. Alrighty guys, it's just looking at our harness, wiring harness. That's the model number and we got for this one, 21 circuit. Part number is 10102. And it should be good enough to do what we're doing. Anyway, we're going to try that. I've been having a bit of a look-see and it doesn't look too painful I would say. Looks pretty good. So there's all the interior wires. I think this one runs to the back. But this is going to be on a future episode because we're probably going to call it quits on this episode. Yeah, so we'll get this one up because I'm probably not going to be able to get a video out in the next few weeks. I've got a fair bit to do. Got to take my son's heading off to uni. We've got to move him in and I'm going to spend the next few weeks sorting all that out, so I probably won't have any videos coming up. So I do apologise for that. I haven't got any in my arsenal to put up, so anyway, it is what it is. But we will be back in a couple of weeks, back on the tonner, and I'm going to film everything we do, and get back up in a couple of weeks. So I do apologise for that, guys. But you know, life gets in the way sometimes. All good. All right. If you haven't subscribed, please jump on and subscribe. Hit the bell and share it with your friends. Chuck a comment in. Let us know how you're going and whatnot, and what do you think of the build. Anyway, again, I appreciate everybody coming on and watching. And if you can, again, please jump on and subscribe because it really helps. Actually, I might as well let you know what's happening now. We are at, last time I looked, which was the other day, we are at 4,500 subscribers. So we are going to do a lucky subscriber draw for the when we reach 5,000 subscribers, and I would love to have 5,000 in the next month or so. So if everybody could jump on and subscribe, we'd be really grateful. And we're going to have a prize for a subscriber. So once we get to 5,000, everybody that's reached up to 5,000 will go into the draw. Well, if we get 5,200, you know, because everybody jumps on and subscribes, everybody will go in the draw. I'm not fussed, so we'll get everybody in. I'll show you what we're going to put up for the draw. So what will happen is I'm going to do 2 draws. So the first winner will get the multi-system scanner that we did the promo on. So I'll send that out to someone. They'll also get a hat, a t-shirt and a hoodie and a sticker. And the second prize will be the code reader, and they'll get that and a t-shirt of their size. Alright, so it'll be 2 draws, one for first place will get that, and the second place will get that. So if you've been watching and you're enjoying what we do, but you haven't subscribed, best jump on and subscribe. Let's get to 5,000 subscribers and you'll go into draw to win that pack, or one of those packs. Alright, again, thank you, and we'll see you next time in a couple of weeks. Cheers.